I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This one's wife. Oh, do you have to? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. It's likely that that is the response of many people to the news that has been reported in relation to something that this one's wife and Prince Harry are going to do. That a number of people on hearing that news will feel an overwhelming sense of disappointment. Their hearts will sink. They'll feel gloomy. They may even describe it as a sense of despair. What is it? Well, it's reported by Nathan Kay in the Express newspaper. But what could it be? Is it the case that this one's wife and the Prince of Pink Pancakes have told us that they're going to star in their own film, written by them, produced by them, which is a light romantic comedy that's there to delight the world? No, it's not that. Perhaps they are going to unveil a mural, a huge mural, in a public place which shows them engaging in a spot of tonsil hockey, inflicting that on the world. Well, you might have brought up your last meal at the thought of that, and you'll also be pleased to know that that is not the intention. Could it be that they are going to create a gallery of artistic, air quotes utilised, pictures created from their own personal portfolio of various bouts of playing hide the sausage, pounding the punani pavement, and making the beast with two backs? Again, it would appear that for now the world has been saved from such a fate. No. The news that would be likely greeted with such dismay is that Prince Harry and this one's wife have no plans to leave their California home, and they are prepared to fight any deportation attempts. According to a well-placed source, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have firmly established California as their home and plan to remain there despite the threat of being expelled from the United States. Now, no express declaration has been made that they're going to be expelled. It's simply arisen as a consequence of two things: Donald Trump's dislike of the couple and the fact that he has made noises about the removal of Harry previously. But as I've pointed out, Trump has got much bigger fish to fry than worry about old Fantapubes. And secondly, the application by the Heritage Foundation wanting to uncover whether Harry has effectively lied on his visa application, which would then lead to calls for him to be deported. But there's been no express finding or declaration that he or her are to be expelled. But nevertheless, the suggestion that this is the case is indeed, as you'd expect, a threat to the control of this one's wife. Now, on the one hand, she might not care, because if, as the rumours suggest that are swirling around, they've separated, she may not have any concerns whatsoever about Harry being booted out. Indeed, she might actually welcome it. But at this juncture, this one's wife and Harry, let us assume they have separated, have not told the world that that is the case. And therefore, it remains within the gift of this one's wife to do so, and for the foreseeable moment, she wants to be able to present to the world that united front. Therefore, the suggestion that Harry and her might be expelled from the United States is one that would threaten her need for control, irrespective of whether they're actually together or not. Remember, it is the appearance rather than the actuality that is of importance to the narcissist. Everything that she does when it comes to human beings is performative. It is a portrayal. It's a performance. It's a display. And therefore, it doesn't matter if they are actually separated. If it serves her purposes to portray to the outside world that they are together, then that is what must be done. Accordingly, they want it known that they are not going to leave California, which will no doubt dismay many Americans, that they will fight deportation attempts, which would probably cheer up many in the UK who don't want them to come back here, and would continue to dismay those Americans who want them removed. There are no plans for the Sussexes to move from the United States, said one source. Another source added, Harry and this one's wife feel at home in California, and they won't be leaving there without a fight. They have a very good legal team, and they have a lot of support behind them to ensure that they will be able to remain in the United States. I don't think that necessarily means popular support. I think that what that means, it's in relation to the mechanism and machinery to try and help them remain in the United States. Prince Harry is currently entangled in legal proceedings over his US immigration status. In his memoir Spare, the Express reports, he admitted to past drug use, including cocaine, cannabis and psychedelic mushrooms, which could be grounds for his visa application to be denied. The Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, has sought access to Harry's visa records, arguing his drug use should have barred his US entry. While a judge recently ruled that Harry's visa application will remain confidential, this could change under Donald Trump's presidency. President-elect Trump remarked earlier this year that he might consider deporting Harry over issues regarding his US visa status. "I wouldn't protect him," said Trump. "He betrayed the Queen. That's unforgivable. He would be on his own." Now, remember, that's what Trump said back in February at the Conservative Political Action Conference. And at that juncture, Harry has been brought on his radar, which means that Trump's own narcissism needs to establish whether Harry is under control. He has no data in that regard. Therefore, it's assumed that he's not. Thus, Trump's narcissism needs to say something about Harry that's disparaging for the purposes of asserting control over him. So he says, "I wouldn't protect him, he betrayed the Queen." Remember, Trump as a narcissist is entirely transactional, and what he would have said then doesn't mean that he'll necessarily follow through on it. He could still decide that he wants him deported, but just because he said it back in February doesn't mean that that is his enduring mindset. Far from it. Trump does what is best in the moment, like any narcissist, and particularly of his type. Recent reports suggested that Trump's unexpected victory earlier this month had sent the Sussexes into a spin due to the previous comments he made about expelling Harry from America. Harry and this one's wife are not fazed by the comments Trump made because they believe they have done everything correctly, said the source. Facade management. This one's wife is a US citizen, and Archie has just started a new school, so to leave the place they call home isn't even an option. Interestingly, Archie having started a new school, we haven't seen anything of him attending it. Despite being happy in California, it was recently revealed that the couple purchased a new £3.6 million villa in Portugal near Princess Eugenie's summer residence. However, according to the source, it's not yet ready for use and will only ever be used as a holiday home, which might mean, really, this was more just marketing chicanery from the Sussexes and there is no actual investment in Portugal. The villa in Portugal is more an investment than anything else, and construction hasn't even been completed yet, said the source. It has not been purchased as a new home, but more as a holiday retreat and something they can put their money in to protect their assets. Accordingly, the defiant cry from the Sussexes, whether they split up or not, is, "We're not going anywhere, and we're staying in the United States." So, unfortunately for you, America, it would seem that they're going to stay with you. Those in the UK are no doubt saying, "Huzzah! At least they're not coming back here." Well, that's at least some good news. But for those in the land of the free, well, unfortunately, it would appear that you're going to be saddled with them for some time yet. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.